How to handle your online identity. One Nebraska attorney says it's important to make sure kids know how to conduct themselves online and know the consequences that can result from poor decision making. Today, attorney Bobby Truey from KSB School Law in Lincoln spoke to students from South Sioux about digital citizenship. He's offered presentations like this for more than 13 years. Members of his firm often travel to schools across Nebraska just to really educate students on how to properly conduct themselves while online. It's especially important, he says, given kids' growing familiarity with technology.
They're always ahead of adults when it comes to using technology. So kind of the best way we thought to go about it was to talk to them like an adult and explain what some of the real life consequences could be.
In the presentation, Truey covered the potential risks of cyberbullying, making threats, filming without consent, and sending nude or inappropriate pictures. Students who partake in these activities can often be at risk of a felony charge. Truey says it's important for parents to establish communication with their kids to help steer them clear of these issues.
If you're a parent out there, ask your kid what they're doing on their phone, right? Now, the kid's not going to like that. They may say, stop creeping on me. But I think even as a parent, showing them that you have a conversant understanding and care about what they're doing, whether you're grabbing their phone and checking through it or at least just trying to have the conversation, is a really good idea.
Truey presented the information today to kids in kindergarten through 12th grade.
And over